Have you ever been somewhere, heard something, or met someone and suddenly paused, struck by an overwhelming feeling that you've lived this exact moment before? The hairs on your neck might have stood up, you blinked to shake it off, only to whisper to yourself, "This is so weird. I've done this before." But wait a second. How could that be true? This fascinating phenomenon, which has puzzled us for centuries, is known as déjà vu. Today, we're diving deep into why our brains experience this eerie, almost magical glitch in the matrix. Let's unravel the mystery together. So first off, what exactly is déjà vu? The term itself is French for already seen, and it perfectly describes that uncanny sensation of familiarity in a situation that feels entirely new. Research shows that approximately 60 to 70% of people experience déjà vu at some point in their life. That's right. It's pretty common. But understanding what causes déjà vu requires us to take a closer look at the incredible, and sometimes fallible, supercomputer in our heads: the brain. Déjà vu has sparked an avalanche of theories over the years. One of the most long-standing explanations revolves around memory. Picture this. Your brain processes an experience in real time and then stashes that information in your memory vault. But what if there's a tiny hiccup in this system? One theory suggests that déjà vu strikes when the new experience is mistakenly processed as a memory, even though it's happening for the first time. Think of it like a glitch in a computer program. Your brain briefly misfiles the event into the wrong folder. But how exactly does this happen? Here's where things get even more interesting. The brain has two key areas that play a crucial role in how memories are processed: the hippocampus and the temporal lobe. The hippocampus acts as a librarian, categorizing your memories and deciding what to keep and what to toss. The temporal lobe, on the other hand, processes visual and auditory input and compares it to past experiences to recognize patterns. If these two systems stumble or overlap incorrectly, boom, you might feel like you're living a moment that's already in your memory bank. But wait, that's just one possibility, and the human brain is far more intricate than a simple glitch. Let's talk psychology for a moment. Déjà vu often occurs in moments when we're feeling relaxed, distracted, or unfocused. Researchers hypothesize that the phenomenon might arise from your subconscious brain recognizing a pattern or similarity from a past experience. For instance, maybe the way the sunlight hits a table in a coffee shop today reminds your subconscious brain of how it looked in your favorite childhood cafe. You're not consciously recalling that childhood moment, but the resemblance is enough to trigger a faint, uncanny feeling of recognition. Essentially, déjà vu might be your brain whispering, "Hey, doesn't this seem familiar?" It gets even wilder. Scientists have also connected déjà vu to something called dual processing. This theory suggests that your brain divides its attention between past and present information, operating like two conveyor belts. Every now and then, these conveyor belts might synchronize perfectly, and the alignment creates a hiccup in perception. You believe you've experienced something twice because your brain processes it simultaneously as an ongoing event and as a stored memory. Now, what about the even more out there ideas? The concept of reincarnation, for example, or the idea of parallel universes, where déjà vu might be evidence of a glitch between alternate dimensions. While these ideas lean on the speculative side, they offer creative fuel for sci-fi junkies everywhere. If nothing else, they highlight how much we have yet to explore and understand about human consciousness. What's particularly fascinating is how déjà vu manifests differently for different people. Studies reveal that younger individuals are more likely to experience déjà vu, with occurrences gradually tapering off as we age. Why? Some experts speculate that as our memories become richer and more complex with age, it becomes harder for our brains to confuse new experiences with stored memories. Déjà vu also interacts differently depending on brain health. For example, Individuals with temporal lobe epilepsy are notorious for experiencing consistent and intense feelings of déjà vu as a prelude to a seizure. This has led researchers to consider the role of neuronal electrical signals in the déjà vu phenomenon. Could a tiny spark of electrical activity in the wrong area momentarily overlap our memories and perceptions? Absolutely. And this insight has helped advance treatments and diagnostic measures in neurology. Speaking of science, not all déjà vu feels the same. There's a lesser-known cousin called déjà vécu, French for already lived. While déjà vu deals with a fleeting sense of familiarity, déjà vécu is more comprehensive, making individuals feel as though they've lived an entire scenario or event previously. It's like déjà vu on steroids. Now hang on, you might wonder, how do we research something like déjà vu when it's such a fleeting and subjective experience? Excellent question. Scientists have employed virtual reality setups, hypnosis, and cognitive tricks to simulate déjà vu in a controlled environment. For instance, presenting familiar layouts or objects in strategically altered settings allows researchers to observe and analyze the neural mechanics behind déjà vu in real time. Pretty genius, right? And here's another twist. Could déjà vu actually serve a purpose? Some researchers believe it could be a byproduct of a brain system designed for error-checking our perceptions and memories. Déjà vu might act as a mental red flag, alerting us when something in our world doesn't quite line up, and forcing us to focus momentarily on our surroundings. This could have been particularly useful for our ancestors, helping them navigate unfamiliar environments and identify potential threats. In that sense, maybe the brain's glitch is actually a safeguard. Of course, as with most mysterious phenomena, déjà vu still holds plenty of unanswered questions. For instance, does it affect animals in the same way it does humans? Is it influenced by culture, language, or upbringing? And, if so, how? The most likely answer? Research into the phenomenon is ongoing, and we've truly only scratched the surface. The beauty of déjà vu lies in its elusiveness. At present, researchers believe it likely emerges from a combination of memory, perception, and neural activity. But the interplay of these factors remains enigmatic. Each time you experience déjà vu, consider it a peek behind the velvet curtain of your mind, a moment when your brain's inner workings step just slightly out of sync to give you a glimpse of its mysteries. So the next time you find yourself in the middle of a déjà vu moment, don't just shrug it off. Embrace it. Let it remind you of how awe-inspiring and complex the human mind really is. Maybe it's a glitch. Maybe it's a clue to dimensions beyond our understanding. Either way, déjà vu is yet another reminder that even the most commonplace moments in life are filled with wonder. And there you have it. That's a wrap on today's mind-bending journey into the world of déjà vu. Hit that like button if this sparked your curiosity or made you look twice at the world around you. Don't forget to subscribe for more Why Facts episodes, where we decode the everyday mysteries of life. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning. Why?